Wait, is August? Yo, August, can you talk? What the fuck? Ethan.
Yo.
Okay, you're here. Is August good? What the fuck happened? Hello? Yo, did this shit just die? What the fuck happened? August. What the fuck? Wait, I'm trying to unmute him. He's not muted on my screen. Do you guys see him as muted?
Yeah, no, he's... Oh, he was unmuted.
Hello?
Hello?
August?
Yo.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Alright,
Buggy shit.
we're good.
We're good.
Okay, so I guess this is where we start now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, here, good. He's good. Okay, so basically, I like prepared like a big list of shit that I want to like talk to you about,
Alright, cool.
and you know, like the basic shit, like don't interrupt, don't be a dick, don't like personally attack people or nothing like that. But one thing I do want to stress is like don't be a pussy, okay? Because like I think in a scenario like this, it's really easy to sort of mask your opinion and like
say
try to
whatever the
pander.
fuck I want.
Yeah, say
Alright, cool.
say your shit unfiltered, bro. Okay.
Alright, cool.
And I'm
Yeah.
here to mediate, so I'm gonna not give any, like, I'm not gonna add to the conversation at all. I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
Yeah, gotcha.
Let's just
Okay. Okay, so hold on, let me pull out the list because I like saved it somewhere. Hold on. All right, I found it. Okay, first topic on the list. I had to do it, bro. It's transgenderism. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. So what? Like, just lay it out. Like, what's your opinion on it?
I guess like the whole idea of it is kind of, I guess because in this new age of like identity politics and everything, it's kind of like I don't care what you do with your body, just don't preach it onto everyone. Don't preach it onto everyone else. I may have not explicitly said that in my previous videos, but I'm trying to say that don't preach your bullshit onto everyone else and make everyone else conform with your ideas, because not everyone's gonna do that shit.
When you say preach, do you mean like the idea of like the existence of transgenderism? Like,
No, I mean like preaching that to like 4-year like preschoolers, like teaching them like drag shows and all that stuff, and teaching them about penises and sex ed at like 8 to 12, 4 years old. Disgusting. I find it very revolting almost.
okay, so you just don't want children educated about like the transgenderism.
Anything that has to do with like your sexuality, I believe they
Okay.
should find that stuff out on their own and have a choice when they're 18. I don't think they should be able to do it when they're like 12 or 14, because even though like even at 18 our brains aren't fully developed yet, but at 18 we're considered a legal citizen, so we should have the right to do what we want.
Okay, so you're anti-sex ed?
To a certain age, I feel you shouldn't tell people about sex ed at like 4 years old, 'cause that's just like, yeah, it's just gross.
Okay.
I find it gross at such a young age.
So then what age would you say it's acceptable to start like talking about sex and transgenderism and stuff like that?
That the identity politics thing, sex ed, I feel they have it fine where it's at 8th grade and then you learn it again in high school. But for transgenderism and identity politics, people, of course, I was revealed to that about freshman year, but I don't think that should be a motive or someplace where it should be involved in campuses. I feel like you should, if you want to, you should learn that on your own and learn that through like real life and through research, instead of having school shove it down your throat that you have to like, I guess, learn all these new things, these new terms, and do all this stuff, and then you'll be accepted.
You keep saying identity politics. What do you mean by that?
Identity politics, it kind of falls into transgenderism, because they always consider transgenderism like an identity. It's like, oh, I don't feel comfortable in my body, so I'd like to transition into something else. And I kind of like, it's not that I don't like that. It's like I said, I don't like them telling 4-year-olds about hormone altering drugs and like puberty blockers.
Do you think that happens commonly, or just like it's like an uncommon occurrence, but you're still against it when it happens?
It's like I've seen pictures from like these like drag queens and transgender people like in very like I guess very sexual and provocative clothing, talking to kids about penises and shit like that. I don't find that I don't find it, something that kids should know about.
Okay. So you're okay with like somebody, like an adult, deciding to do what they want to do with their body, but you're not okay with like sort of educating children on this because they're children, they should be children. Is that your stance, or? Oh, he gone. No shot, yo, August. No shot, he's gone. What the fuck? Yo,
Yo, is he? August, you there?
did he drop out? No way.
Oh, here. I got it. Hello?
Hello?
There we go.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Something fucked up. But as
Okay.
I was saying, it's because like another thing is that I oppose pornography because kids find it at such a young age too. They find it at 5th grade. I remember my friends were talking about stuff like that at like 4th, 5th grade, and like now that I look back on it, it's kind of disgusting how they're like 10 and they already know what like half the shit is that adults do.
Okay. So on that, right? Like I'm not an advocate for like children watching porn or anything. I'm not gonna like stand up for that.
Yeah.
But like, what do you want? What would you like ideally want to happen? Would you want like the government to like make it so you have to like submit an ID picture to see porn, or just like what is the word I'm looking for? Like campaigns like against children watching porn, or
I
what
don't
what do
know
you
how
want
you
to
can
happen?
prevent watching porn without banning the sites that do it. Because pornography, as of today, there are so many websites. There's so many places you can have access to it.
That's
There's
true.
so many places you can go just to find pornography. And then if pornography also includes OnlyFans, then all these like all sorts of women and men, they lose their job. They lose their, I guess I'd say, quote unquote, jobs of content creation for adult content. But kids still buy that stuff. They just lie about their age.
Yeah, they do. That's true. So then, does that mean you're pro banning all porn, or you're not?
Well, since there's nothing I can personally do about it, since it's out of my control to single-handedly stop the epidemic that is pornography in American culture and Western culture, I'm just telling young men around my age to stop watching it because it messes up your dopamine receptors, it messes up your mind, it messes a whole lot of things up in your body, it makes you more anxious, it does a lot of things that cause stress and lower testosterone. And yeah, and also puts women in a bad image because all you do is sexualize them, which is a bad thing.
Okay, but we can pass a bill to make it a felony to put pornography on the internet, and if we did, would you support it?
Yeah, I would support it to make it a felony, or I'd support something to make it illegal or some like serious thing like that. Yeah, I would support that.
It's kind of like, wow, that's like you're like teetering on like Christian fundamentalism there with that take. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I get like the looking out for kids argument, but like, you think there's a problem with like adults who are like, over the age of 18 just watching porn in like
Yes.
their bedrooms? You think
Yes.
so?
Yeah, I think that is. There's a problem with that.
What do you think the problem with that is?
Well, I'm not trying to be some philosopher or anything and like quote Sun Tzu or some stuff, but the thing is, the way our culture is becoming so degenerate, like guys are, you can either be a fuckboy or an incel in a Discord mod. No offense to Discord or anything like that, but like, or you could either be an incel or a
Don't say
Discord
that.
mod. Yeah. And then, or women, my bad, or women can go around saying, I'm a boss bitch, I don't need a man, and I'm better than men in every way, and all sorts of stuff. And it just fucks up the society. And also, it promotes promiscuity in men and women because of how much this degeneracy and nudity and how common it is in Western culture.
Okay, so you think society's degenerate, and so you'd be okay with banning pornography? No shot, dude. Again?
Arnie, you need to ask him about like censorship and stuff.
Is he here? What the fuck is going on?
Here, can you hold on?
Is he good? Yo, what the fuck?
Here, don't do anything. I got it. See, he's muted. It's not the AFK channel.
Oh, okay. He's probably like someone probably talking to him. It's all good.
Yeah, no, I think my mic keeps on dying or something, so I have to leave and rejoin.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We can hear you now, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think that society is degenerate, so we should like ban pornography in an effort to like curtail that?
Yes, and in addition to that, we need to, I guess, especially men, teach men how to stop consuming porn. That's why NoFap, semen retention, and all of those ideas to quit pornography gain so much traction. Because in the end, I don't know the exact science behind this, but pornography messes with your dopamine receptors. So you won't get sexually aroused when actually being with a sexual partner, and I call it porn induced. I guess it could be porn induced erectile dysfunction, which is like where when you're with a woman, you can't get hard because you've watched so much porn and you watch people do it so much time that it's like, oh, this isn't like that. I don't know, weird stuff that I would watch.
Okay. Um, I wanna go back to that idea of what is it, of degenerate? Like, what do you mean by that? What is degenerate?
Well, nudity is very common in, I guess, the West. Everywhere you go, you always see clubs. You see girls wearing basically like see them wearing motorcycle jeans all the time, high crop tops, all of that stuff. Hot girl summer, all of that stuff. That stuff is showing degeneracy, and also with like guys being degenerate as fuck, like clubbing, partying, getting drunk, doing drugs, and all that stuff. People could say that's all social, but I don't find that very social. I don't see it as a social outlet as well.
Okay, but like, what makes something degenerate? Because like, I guess you're against casual sex, right?
I am, yeah, I'm pretty much against casual sex, yeah.
I see nothing wrong with casual sex. I don't see what makes that degenerate at all.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's degenerate for guys and girls because you're hooking up with a girl or a guy and it's like a one night stand. You have no real intimate feeling with them. It's just like, oh, you met up at that party, you met at that party, you got drunk and you got drunk, and then we went back to our place and we fucked. And there's nothing intimate about that. There's no intimate like relationship between that person and between those two people.
What if you
That's why-
don't want intimacy?
No, I want intimacy in relationships.
Okay,
That's
you
what-
do,
Yeah.
you do, but what if somebody else doesn't?
Well, I have no control over them, so I don't find that very important. If I don't have control over what they do. So all I can do is tell them that this isn't the best thing for you. There's a lot better things to do, but I'm not going to stop you from doing that because that's what you do. And if you don't want to make the change to do it, then you don't have to make the change to do it.
It's not the best thing based on what? On what you want or what?
It's not the best thing for society because then let's say you get the woman pregnant, right? Then you have all these other things, alimony, all this crazy stuff they can't get an abortion, they can't do that, and the guy's gone because it was a one night stand. It's like, oh, it's no big deal, and I'll just move on to screwing other guys, and then it puts the woman or the women in a sticky situation, and it also puts the guys in a sticky situation.
You're going off of hypotheticals though. You said that if the woman got pregnant, okay, well then what if we increase sex ed in school so that people know that the percentage chance of like pregnancy and like the importance of using contraception or condoms, like wouldn't that also be an equally valid solution?
Yeah, but not at such a young age. Like I said, it brings me back to my other point that we
Wait.
shouldn't be showing sex ed to kids under a certain age.
What age?
Well, for me personally, I find it that I'd say, well, I learned about sex ed in 5th grade, and that was fine for me and my peers around me. So I'd say fifth. Wait, hold up. Let me think of how old
Fifth grade is like 10 years old.
Yeah, hold up. Hold up, let me think of that. Hold up. No, maybe not 10th grade. That's way too young. I learned sex ed in 8th grade. I'm stupid. Hold up.
Eighth
Sex ed
grade.
in 8th grade.
That's
Yeah.
like 12 years old.
I think 13.
13 is good.
Well, it's not the best, but that's when most things start happening. That's when most guys start going through puberty and most women go through puberty also.
Well, yeah, 13 is still far before somebody like starts getting into hookup culture and shit. I don't think most 13-year-olds are in that world. So yeah, you could educate them on like, the dangers of pregnancy and stuff. Make sure like people know what they're doing, right? And
Yeah,
so
the basic stuff. Nothing crazy. Nothing like,
what is
I mean,
crazy?
I wouldn't say crazy. I wouldn't say like, let me rephrase that. Not show them stuff that's like super like in depth. Tell them that certain things shouldn't be done until a certain age. And how would I explain this? Because I kind of forgot all about my sex ed back in 7th grade, and I forgot what they taught us. But
They teach you like how the penis works and how the vagina works, and they explain sex to you and they explain pregnancy.
they didn't explain that. They explained pregnancy and HIVs. That's what I remember, actually. Never mind. They taught us about HIVs, AIDS, and STDs, and then pregnancy. They didn't teach us anything else, really.
Okay, so sorry, like I kind of want to pivot the conversation. Like, so you're against like any education in like first or like kindergarten to 12th about transgenderism, right?
It's like that should be for outside of your adolescent life until you turn 18. That's what I believe.
So then where should you learn about it though?
Transgenderism and all that stuff.
Yeah, where should you learn about it?
I feel like getting exposed to that when you are of the legal age to make a choice with your body and with yourself, which is 18. Just like how driving, you can drive with people at 18, just like how voting, 18, and all those other things, 18. So I think that 18 would be a good age because by the state, you are considered a legal adult. So you don't need your parents' permission to do anything.
So like, wait, okay, so after you're 18, so like on your own or like, do you want people to go to like a transgender school?
I don't believe transgender school would be necessary. If you want to learn about it, you can if you want. It is your choice. You don't have, I don't believe that, like I said, you should be shoving these ideas down people's throats and telling people that you must conform to these ideas. This is a thing, blah, blah, blah. I feel like people should find that out on their own. And if they want to do it, they should do it when they're 18.
Wait, okay, so you take health, right? You're in health?
Yes, I'm in health right now.
Did you take are you on that unit that covers like transgenderism a little bit?
I'm on the identity politics unit, which is kind of transgenderism. Yeah, it's identity politics.
And you're really on that term. But so like the way they covered it, right, where it was like they told you about how people have like a sex assigned at birth and then they have like a gender identity, gender expression.
Yeah.
Were you against the way they taught that?
I found it's mainly because how I'm raised. I'm raised with my mom, and she deeply opposes transgenderism because it promotes. It's a different topic I could get into. It's about like Leah Thomas, men in women's sports, transitioning, forcing, like I said, forcing children to do it.
That topic?
Transgender men. I kind of want to get out the topic of transgenderism because it's something that It's not that I don't feel comfortable talking about it, it's that I just don't find it interesting to talk about.
Okay. Okay, so like let's like get like a closing statement. So you don't care if people are trans. You just don't
No.
want children being educated on it because it's like they shouldn't even be old enough to decide that yet.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't agree, but it's whatever, it's fine.
It
We
is
have
a
like
debate.
15. Well, I mean, he doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't have to talk about anything he doesn't want to talk about.
Okay, that's fair. If you don't want to talk about it,
Okay.
next topic then.
Okay, this one is kind of interesting because I'm really curious to see how you react to this because it's like really basic shit that I feel like sort of gets really in the way of like your whole life philosophy essentially. So like you and like the people you look up to like Hamza and Tate and shit,
Yeah.
they're all about like bad habits, right? Like they tell you not to do these things. They tell you like,
Yeah.
doing drugs, video games, porn, all this
Mhm.
shit is so bad for you. But my thing is like it's everything is okay in moderation, right? Like I feel like if you jerk off one time a year, like I don't think you have a problem. I don't think like your life is being
Yeah, no.
significantly negatively impacted. So like
Um,
do you think it's at all possible to have like a healthy relationship with these unproductive activities like, partying, like doing drugs, fucking drinking,
yeah. In my opinion, I feel like moderation is important for certain things in life. I feel like partying can be done in moderation. I feel like, one sec. Um, Drinking can be done in moderation, and maybe masturbation and pornography could be, but especially with like masturbation and pornography. I'm gonna get off this real quick, but the idea it's because people on NoFap, right? They have the idea that they are going to like, oh, if I fail after day 30, I'm gonna go back to day zero. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that with NoFap. I believe the less you do it, the better off you are, and you slowly decrease that amount. And because you cannot beat an addiction by immediately quitting. That's why some people like they stop doing a drug instantly and then they get hooked right back to it because they didn't slowly get rid of it. And back to your point on moderation, like I said, I feel certain things are important to be moderated. Parties, if you know what's going on there, if you know what's going down, all right, there's going to be drugs, there's going to be girls who want to have sex. There's going to be drinks there. All right, let's see. Let me have some. Maybe I'll have a pizza today. But
No way we lost him, bro. Fuck.
again, fuck.
Oh no. There you are. There you are. There you are. You're good.
All
You're
right.
good.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to catch my breath. I hit some squats right now.
All right. It's all good.
But I mean, I understand where you're coming from with moderation, but there comes a certain point at life where you don't need moderation to achieve anything. And like you said, jacking off once a year. And at that point, it just becomes pointless to masturbate because you already do it for 364 days. Why does it matter if you don't? Why would it matter if you do it for one day? Like,
I was saying that more so to like to get you to concede the point that like something that's unproductive and unhealthy, at least in your opinion, can be done so infrequently that it doesn't even matter, right? So like here, if somebody masturbates once a week, do you think they have a problem? Hello? You just gone. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh,
this doesn't really feel like a debate. I'm just asking him questions.
yeah, I'm trying to find points of disagreement, but he's like bridging the gap a bit. Yo, August.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So back to my question. Like, if somebody masturbates like 2 times a week, let's just make it 2. Like, do they have a problem in your opinion?
Yes, I see that as a problem.
Why do you see that as a problem?
I see it as a problem because they're consuming that content twice a week, and like, how would I explain this in the best way possible? So, let's say you consume this pornography 2 times a week, right? That means that at some point, as it goes on, it becomes a habit, and then he's like, oh, 2 times a week, okay. Well, maybe I could do it for a third time this week, and then it spirals into an addiction. And even then, I find it that even 2 times a week, it's not good. One time, but if you do it once a week, it's still not good, but it's progress. If you went from doing it every day to 2 times a week, I call that progress. If you went from 2 times a week to 1 time a week, I call that progress. 1 week to 1 month, I call that progress. Which, in the end, I feel like not moderating it, I feel like slowly reducing it is better. So let's say, let me give an example. You go out and do drugs every day. Or actually, I gave a good example right there with the jacking off. I don't think moderation is a good thing or a good idea.
Okay. I don't agree. So like here, let me sort of ask you this. Okay, so if you live, let's say like from this point on in your life, all you did was work, right? You worked out and then you like, I don't know, worked on your business and then you like tried attracting women, whatever else you consider productive in your life. If you only did those things for the rest of your life, would you die happy?
Hello?
God, no shot, dude. Why the fuck does he keep doing this?
Hello?
Bruh. Dude, Gungaga.
This is so annoying, bro.
Okay, so if all you did was work and like productivity for the rest of your life, would you die happy?
Yes, I would die happy.
You would die happy.
Yes.
Okay, well here, let me tell you what most people would answer that with. Most people would answer that with like, fuck no, because we don't live to like work. We're not like robots here to just be productive. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy our lives, okay? And I think part of enjoying your life is doing shit that's like unproductive, doesn't help anybody, but you enjoy, right? When I play a video game, I'm not helping anybody. Nobody is being benefited. If anything, I'm wasting the time. I'm wasting the time I could be, I don't know, working on literally anything else, like my homework, whatever, right? I when I'm like in my deathbed, I'm not gonna remember doing my homework. I'm gonna remember fucking playing a game I really liked. I'm gonna remember a movie I really liked. I'm gonna remember fucking Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That show was great, you know? So like I completely disagree that like you want to just sort of anything that's unproductive in your life, you just want to eliminate immediately. Like you just want to like get it out completely of your life because then you don't have anything to live for. You really don't.
You here? August?
No fucking. Is he thinking? Can you? Okay, if you're thinking, can you say "Let me think"? It's all cool if
He's
you're
not
thinking.
here.
No, he is. He's right there.
Or I think his mic fucked up again. Yep.
Get him in. Get it. Get him in here.
All right, there you go.
Oh, and this mic thing.
Okay. So, respond.
So, as I was saying, personally, and I'm not speaking for every guy, I'm not speaking for everyone, but I find joy in trying to reach my goals. I find joy in finding stuff that I can do that will propel me towards something that I want. And that's what I personally like to find. I like the idea of pursuing something, pursuing a goal, and finally getting the achievement and feeling great that I achieved that thing. And that's that's kind of what I mean. You can have fun in your 20s, you can have fun now, but I feel like now is the perfect time because you're young. When you're old and you're 40 and your body's deteriorating, you won't be able to do the things you used to do when you were 20, 16, 15, 25. You won't be able to do those things and you won't be able to work and create something that when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, for the rest of your life, you can be happy, content, and have fun. I believe now is the time where you put your head down and grind. You do everything that you need to do.
Wait, but you only do that? It's just that, like all day, 24/7?
Mm-hmm.
It's just that, and like you never get burnt out. You're never like, man, like I've been working at this for like 8 hours. I should probably stop now. Nothing like that.
I find 8 hours a good amount of time in a day to work on something. I find that a good amount.
Okay, but what if you set aside an hour to like, I don't know, like watch a show or watch a movie or something like that?
I don't find joy in watching shows anymore. It's like I don't know. I hardwired my brain to believe that I don't like to spend my time doing stuff that take away from things that I could be doing. When I'm watching a show, staying stagnant, I could be doing push-ups while watching the show. I could be doing something productive while watching the show.
Okay, but then you're not really like like if you're watching a movie while doing something else, you're not like enjoying the movie.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I see what you're saying with that. But let me think real quick. All right. So I find it, like I said, I personally find joy in working, right? So I don't feel like, it's not even about feeling. I don't want to spend my time doing something that I don't want to do. Like, or spend time, not that I don't want to do, but that will not help me grow. Watching that show, that won't help me grow. That would just be like, huh, that was cool. That character, he was cool. And it made me make me relate to some of you where like, oh, you see that new Stranger Things episode? I mean, it may be talking points, but we're talking about other people's achievements instead of what you are doing with your life. And I don't like that idea. I don't like it when I like in a room with a bunch of people who aren't talking about their achievements. That's why I started hanging out with like the people in sports because they have achievements. Oh, we just won the playoffs. Oh, we just did this, we just did that. I know it might not be at Marshall. Like all of our teams are still kind of dookie, except for some. But I like hanging out with the people who want to achieve something in life. One of my friends, Andrew, he's crazy good. He's D1 and he's crazy good at tennis, and he has achievements that he has accomplished. And I strive to, and I like want that competition. It's more of like ingrained in my head that I want to have competition with the men I am around, and I don't feel like wasting my time watching a show will help me become equal or better than the guy I'm having friendly competition with.
So can I clear something up?
Yes.
So is what you're saying is that basically being productive and always being productive and never doing anything that doesn't build up to the next goal, that you're happy because of that.
Um. Well, yeah, basically, because when I am productive, I am at my happiest place. I am so happy to be in the gym. I'm grateful that I'm in the gym. I'm grateful that I get to go to the gym. Oh, I'm also grateful that, I mean, I'm not really grateful for my work that I do in school because I don't like school, but I'm not grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that I can do stuff that outside of school that help me grow as a human being. I'm grateful that I have this network of good friends. I'm grateful that I have people that don't like me because if I have people that don't like me, well, if I don't have people that don't like what I'm doing, then I'm not doing anything right.
Okay. Well, okay. So I think this is like a moot point because I feel like unlike you, I don't like if people are happy doing what they're doing, I don't give a fuck. Like they can do whatever they want. I don't go around preaching like my version of happiness to other people. So, if if dead ass working like all day sounds fun to you, I mean, you can live your life that way if you'd like. But I feel like at least 90% of the population would disagree. I think most people would say that, in moderation, doing fun stuff like, I don't know, fucking eating out with your friends, or watching a movie, or playing a game is essentially like literally what they live for. Like dead ass. Like that's what keeps them going. You know what I mean? But okay, whatever. That's fine.
Let me say something. I don't find socializing with friends something that's not productive, because you're in the end that is building towards something social. You're building up your social skills, which can be used in other places. I feel like that the idea that everything has to be fun is ignorant, because you're not supposed to be happy 100% of the time. You're supposed to be suffering. That's what I spent almost
Nobody's saying
all my
that.
life doing.
No, nobody's saying that everything needs to be fun. But what we're saying is that life is about balance. Would you agree?
To a certain degree, yes.
Okay, so then learning to balance fun stuff with productive stuff, I think, is a really healthy thing to do, and it like leads to someone's like max happiness in life. But you think that, like, I'm saying, like, there's some degree where it's like X percentage productive, X percentage unproductive. You're saying 100% productive, 0% unproductive is the way to go. And I don't agree with that. But if you find happiness in that, I don't give a shit. Like, whatever, do what you want. But anyways, next topic. Let's see here. Oh, the thing I heard, like, you saying bring back bullying. Do you mind like laying out your opinion on bullying? Dude, dude, dude.
Okay.
Here, can you leave and rejoin? Yeah, there you go. Get him back in here. Oh shit! Oh fuck! There he is. Okay. Is he back? All right. So yeah, can you lay out this comment and like your overall opinion on bullying?
So bullying helped me a lot. It helped me so much, because I was bullied. I would even consider my middle school life bullying. I was bullied from, I'd say, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm a victim. I'm just saying getting bullied from elementary school to the end of middle school is so important to me. It is really important to me because it made me realize that not a lot of people like you. And why should I care if not a lot of people like me? And the fact that we have people running around with dog collars, this is going into several topics, but I was bullied. Now look at me. I am ripped. I have an aesthetic body. I am going towards something that will make me a better, higher value man. That's A. And B, I feel like when I was bullied, even though it suffered, I feel like as a man, you need trauma in your life. You need something that happened that was like, fuck, this stuff isn't working. This stuff doesn't help me in a way that is helpful and conducive to myself. And it is like a struggle that people go through. And I feel like bullying is one of those outlets. Let's say you get bullied at school, right? And if you don't have something like, fuck, because I remember I got bullied, I wanted to commit suicide. Then slowly, eventually, when I left all of that stuff, I realized, why should I want to commit suicide? I have this life. Why should I end my life short? I have this thing that's driving me to become greater, to become better than all these people. And
And
I'm
bullying
not trying.
helped that.
Bullying helped drive me to who I am today. Yes, that's basically what I'm trying to say.
So it was a net bullying was a net positive, is what you're saying. If
It was a net positive. Yes.
Okay, so you're advocating for the bullying of children.
Not from adults, or from
Okay.
who exactly?
Okay,
Bullying from who?
the bullying of children from other children is what you're advocating for.
I feel like because kids don't.
Yeah, I feel like it's setting in like this is a horrible thing to be advocating for. So I feel like I get what you're saying. I do understand the core of what you're saying. You're saying that through adversity we grow, right?
Yes.
It's literally what you preach like all the fucking time. But
Yeah.
I think we live in the year 2022, and it's not. We don't need this like level of social Darwinism in real life. Like, what if you just have like a strong father figure? I feel like Ethan's a great example of somebody who like had like minimal bullying at most, I think, and is like a great person. You know what I mean? I don't think Ethan like needed to be bullied to become the person he is. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot more sort of uh positive, like uplifting ways of supporting people. I think it's like retarded to be like, we need to bully children. I think kids would be better off if we bullied them.
Okay, can I say two things? One, all of my negative qualities that I know that I have come from when I was bullied. Also, um, can I introduce the topic of if bullying works, what do you say to the kids who killed themselves because of bullying?
Oh my god, dude!
Oh, he's here, he's here, he's here.
Is he here?
Hold on. All right.
He is here. Okay, he is here. He is here.
Jesus Christ. Well, that is a very touchy topic, and I didn't think of that when I said it. But I'm also remember I'm doing this. I'm talking about this stuff to my younger self to tell him that like people make YouTube channels, self-help channels to tell their younger self something that they want to do, something that like give advice to their younger self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
where does bullying help?
well,
Would they
if
not
I'm
find
talking
these
to my
channels without that?
hmm? Wait, what? Can you
Are you
repeat
saying
that?
that self-help wouldn't exist if bullies didn't exist?
No, I'm not saying that self-help wouldn't exist if bullies didn't exist. But I'm trying to say that some level of adversity, and I know you're going to mention the people who died from bullying. I cannot control that. And let me think some more.
Yeah, you can't control people who commit suicide for bullying, but you can definitely control the narrative that you push on your public YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah, so why would you say continue bullying?
I think okay, I feel like you're like going too far. So I feel like it's one thing to tell people who are being bullied how to deal with it in a healthy way,
Yeah.
but to go so far as to say that bullying should happen because like you can deal with it in a healthy way is like wow, that's a big leap in logic, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see what you mean by that. And in hindsight, it was a dumb statement to say, but well, no, but it
Yeah,
was a
okay,
dumb statement to
August.
say.
And so
If
you,
But
you
if
can
you
see
can
the point.
say if you can say okay, yeah, I was wrong, we won't hold it against you. Like we'll
yeah,
respect you even more if you can say, "Oh, okay.
yeah,
I guess I was wrong on
yeah.
that point."
I was wrong. I was wrong about the idea that we should bring back bullying.
But
But you
adversity is still necessary.
But adversity is still super important in a
okay.
man's life to grow.
Okay. I mean that's a perfectly valid thing to say, I think. Okay, anyways.
We can
See
move on
that
to the
point.
next thing now.
Yeah, next thing. Okay. Ethan, you wanna help me with this one?
What's up? The next
Hold
topic.
on. Yeah, the let me
Um, let's see. Uh, I think the second one, wokeness.
second one. Okay, wokeness. So uh August, you talk a lot about like wokeness and like how you think it's like stupid or whatever. Lay it out. Like what do you think? I'm assuming he's thinking.
We can't hear you, August. Oh wait, yeah, he's coming back. All right, he's here. All right, hello.
Hello.
Gotcha.
All right. So the idea of wokeism is like this. It's this whole new concept that I genuinely don't support. It's the idea. It's a lot of ideas that I feel like emasculate me and other men around me. The idea that everyone participates. Some ideas I do support in wokeism, but not a lot of it. The constant preaching and barrages from these guys, from people about their opinions, and I know that may seem hypocritical because I am preaching my opinion about the world onto other people, but the way that they preach it is in a kind of forceful way, because I'm telling people you need to become strong, and telling men you need to become strong, you need to become more masculine, because in the end you still need masculine men in society to help it. And wokeism is kind of against that whole idea that strong men are still needed in today's world.
Okay.
What do you? Uh, so you're saying wokeness is against strong men?
It has been proven to be against strong men.
I don't agree at all.
What?
I think
How? Or let Arnie go.
I don't agree at
Uh,
all. So I think what wokeness actually preaches is freedom. So if you want to be a strong man, go ahead, nobody cares. But if you're gonna like look down on people for being feminine or like I don't know, it doesn't even have to be feminine, like androgynous, however the fuck they want to present themselves, like they should be allowed to do that.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, like, they want that. Yeah, they can be who they want. They can express themselves however the fuck they want. I personally believe that. But
Oh,
um,
and like there's nothing wrong with it too. I think that's an important distinction because I'm sure you're for the freedom of people. You always say you can't control people, so I'm sure you're for freedom. But
yeah, I'm
you
for
say
freedom of speech 100, and I'm for freedom of speech 100%. But the thing about the woke is that they want to put down their opposite opinion. You see it all the
Wait,
time with.
hold on. Can we let Arnie finish what he was saying real quick?
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't know he was still talking.
Yeah. You had a little
All
thing
right.
you were gonna say there, Arnie.
you remind me, he's
Um, you, I forgot. We can just have August keep going.
yeah. Keep going, keep going.
Okay.
And the thing about like the woke is that they oppose the opposite opinion. They always oppose it in every way. That's why Andrew Tate got banned. That's why Trump got banned, because they opposed their ideas and they got shut down for it. So that's why I say wokeism is against being a strong man.
Because Donald Trump and Andrew Tate got taken
They
down.
got banned and they got labeled as misogynists and all sorts of labels under the sun.
So you think that Donald Trump and Andrew Tate are not misogynists, or are you saying that it doesn't matter if they're misogynists or not? They should be able to like
Preach
have
and say
no
what they want.
they should be able to not receive criticism from other people.
I would say that, yes.
Wait,
So
so which one are they misogynist or are they not?
Well, the way it is right now, how they censored them and they labeled him as all these different names, misogynist, all these names, I would say that they are promoting the opposition of opposite opinions.
Well, I don't really know about like I didn't like follow the Andrew Tate banning or the Sneeko banning or anything like that, so I can't really speak on that. But I mean, I'm against that. I'm against just like censorship, I guess. But I don't think that's what it's about most of the time. I think that's like a mischaracterization of wokeness in general.
what is it about?
What is it about? I think it's just about um like just like ignorant shit that like a lot of people believe like being opposed. So like August like preaches gender roles the same way like Sneeko does, same way fucking Fresh and Fit does, same way Andrew Tate does. I think those are really stupid. I don't think that like human beings need to be categorized by their gender to act a certain type of way. And I think that's a really like simple rudimentary thing that's like absurdly like popular to believe.
So it's like about letting it's about like stopping ignorant beliefs that get in the way of people living how they
Yeah.
choose to live.
Yeah. I think it's ultimately about that, about like exposing ignorance and being aware of it.
So it's it's criticizing is
Yeah.
what it is, which
Yeah.
is, are you against them being able to criticize, August? Hello? Leave and rejoin. Yeah. All right.
I'm against them shutting down the opposite opinion from the opposing. That's what I said earlier.
What do you
Okay.
mean
Well then,
shutting down?
Like like pretty much fully canceling people who don't believe in the same thing as that everyone else believes, that doesn't conform to the same ideas that everyone is being pushed, and that say, screw this, I want to think how I want to think this way, and I want to be an individual with my own individual thoughts.
okay.
Well,
Oh, well,
are they saying they can't do that, or are they just like criticizing their beliefs?
they're they're shutting them down, so
okay.
they
Okay.
can't even say those beliefs.
Fuck that. Fuck all that like canceling shit because it's not nobody. I don't agree with that. So like whatever. But like, what do you think about like woke beliefs in general? What do you think about people being like feminism, for example, is a great example
Or
of wokeism.
toxic
Like,
masculinity?
yeah, toxic masculinity. Like, what do you think about this? Like, just woke beliefs, not like them canceling. Fuck, like, who
Yeah.
cares? Nobody's for canceling besides like crazy Twitter people. What do you think
Yeah.
about like toxic masculinity, female empowerment? What do you think about that shit?
I feel like female empowerment can be a good thing. It was good up until I believe the 90s, and then it turned into, because my mom's really like big with feminism, and the most recent phases are like hot girl summer, and like I remember my mom talked about the slut walk back in like the early 2000s, and just it brings me back to my other point of pornography and degeneracy, and it pretty much falls all the way back to degeneracy in the end, because feminism was about equality, equal rights between men and women, and I support that. I support that 100%. But then the idea of like, now we need to, I guess women need to become more promiscuous, need to become, I guess, become sluts, almost become whores, is something that I don't support.
It's not about they need to be. It's about they should be allowed to without the stigma. Them being stigmatized.
No, actually
Like,
no.
okay,
Let
here,
me
think about
rephrase it.
okay, look, think about this, okay? When a guy goes out, let's say a guy like I don't know sleeps with like four, goes to a club at night, sleeps with four girls. That dude is fucking congratulated. That dude is like, people act like that dude is a fucking legend for doing that, right? A girl goes out and sleeps with five guys. She's a slut. She's a whore, right? Like, do you see like how that's so unfair and like skewed in like a really stupid way that shouldn't be there?
Yeah, I see how people call that unfair, but the guy has to put in more work to get with those women. That's the thing. The guy has to put in the work to be able to sleep with those women.
Oh, I don't see how that's relevant at all.
Yeah, it's still a double standard. Also, is that true? Like, what is this evidence from?
Let me think. All right.
Because from my personal experience, that's not true.
Really?
Yes,
Enlighten me on that then, please.
I'm not gonna tell you like my like details of dating life. I just will tell you it's not true.
All right, man.
We are equals. When you go into a relationship, you don't see one as like, okay, she's the woman and she's gonna do this, and he's the guy, so
No,
he
no,
has
no,
to
no,
do
no.
this.
That's. I mean, I'm sure he believes some version of that, but that's not what he's saying. What he's saying is like, men have to work really hard to attract those four women, whereas women don't need to work as hard to attract those five guys. That's what he's saying. Which I mean, even that I would slightly disagree with because you don't understand like what women do to make sure their looks are up to par. But whatever. Okay. My point is that that has nothing to do with it. I feel like if somebody wants to go out and sleep with fucking 20 people, they should not be like shunned for that. What do you think? Like, do you think women should be looked down upon for like sleeping around? It's actually so annoying, bro.
I guess I think your mic went out again.
Yeah, rejoin.
You're good.
They should be looked down upon. No.
They shouldn't be looked down upon.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay, then we're fucking agreeing on everything, bro. What the fuck? Okay, here. How about? Okay, here. Are you a misogynist, August?
Under what definition?
Do you do you think women are inferior to men?
No.
No. Okay. We might. I feel like with a bit of questioning, we might find that that's not exactly true. Okay, so what do you? Okay, so you talk a lot about like attracting, how you work on attracting women in your videos.
Yes.
How do you think you do that? What's give us all a lesson. What's the key to attracting women in your opinion?
The first thing that gets you in the door is looks. That's the very first thing.
Okay.
With almost anyone, that is the first thing that gets you in. The second thing I personally feel is your approach and how you act, which is the second thing. Because a girl could look at you from across the way, but how you approach her also makes her slightly attracted to you, and slightly less attracted. It just depends. How you approach a woman means a lot, and how you look means a lot. That's why people like Ethan, let me think of any other guy at our school. People like Ethan. Let's just leave it at Ethan. He can attract multiple women because he gets his foot in the door with looks. Then, well, I don't know how he approaches women, but I assume he approaches women in a way that gets them attracted to him, and that is the basic two steps to get into the front door of getting into a relationship with that girl.
Do you think there's a specific way you should act around women to attract them?
Are you trying to ask if you should treat women differently, Arnie?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah,
I think your mic died again, August.
Damn, this might be dying crazy.
So I think what Arnie's trying to ask is, should you treat women differently than men?
Yes and no. So,
Okay.
yes, because women, we are all humans, right? So you shouldn't be degrading them, like, telling them off, telling them they're this, they're that, calling them names, being an asshole. You shouldn't be a douche about it. But in a certain way, I don't feel like, because I've never, most of the time when I open up to girls about my problems, it never goes well. It never does. It hasn't gone well because I didn't know that the women are not dealt to go through. Cannot deal with the certain ideas that guys have to go through. We go through a lot of different adversity compared to women, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. We go through different situations, different, and like debating on different sources and different everything.
So are you saying they're not strong enough to get through those adversities that men get through?
It's not that they're strong enough. It's not that it's that they cannot relate to some of our adversities if we open up to them.
Okay.
Well, yeah, of course, but that's just like by virtue of not being a man. Like you can't relate to a woman's problems in the exact same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you should treat them differently based on that. What do you mean? Like, in what way should you treat them differently? Okay, so they can't understand certain struggles that only men deal with, right? I mean, obviously, because they're not men. So,
yes.
So, given that, how should we treat them differently?
We shouldn't open up to them about our problems, like our traumatic problems, because they genuinely don't know if they want to help, they don't know how to help unless they have been through that problem. And I have not met a lot of women who have been through that problem. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I've not met a lot of women who have been through that problem of suicide, bullying, and all of that. So,
Dude, no.
What?
No fucking way he believes his fresh and fit, like, talking about. Okay, so you think that if you have a girlfriend, right, or a wife or whatever, You should never open up to her about your problems.
Well, not never open up. I don't believe that you should just bottle everything up and then snap on her. No, I believe that certain problems can be dealt with in certain ways, and certain adversities can be spoken with to women. But I don't think that traumatic adversity should be spoken to with women.
Why not?
Feel like we're walking around a point and we're not getting anywhere with these. I feel like maybe a different
No,
question.
no. I want to. Okay, so certain traumatic adversities you shouldn't talk to women about. Why not?
Because it brings me back to my point. So most women are not fit to handle with certain male adversities. I just said that.
Most men couldn't tell you shit either. Like, if you're talking with like, let's go back to like, how old were you when you were depressed?
Fuck. Went from all the way until I was 14.
Okay, so you're 14, right? If you talk to a 14-year-old boy about your struggles with depression, they're going to be just as clueless as to how to help you as a woman is, right? Like, you need a therapist, you need a psychiatrist, you don't need a guy, you know. So I don't think it matters at all the gender of the person you're telling. I think the most helpful thing that somebody can do when you're in like a traumatic experience is to listen to you. Is just listening, right? I think, and anybody can listen to you, right? So I don't agree at all with this, like, you shouldn't open up to them about traumatic stuff. And also, like, okay, people who say this say that like it'll make women less attracted to you, and that's another thing I don't agree with. Do you agree with that?
No, he's here. I think. August? Oh, no, never mind.
Rejoin. This is happening like way too often, bro. Holy fuck.
You repeat the question?
Okay, so do you think women will be less attracted to you if you open about traumatic experiences?
Not necessarily. No, from my personal experience, yes
Okay.
and no. Technically, some girls have been repelled, and some girls have been slightly more attracted.
Okay. Man, I just like I don't know. Like, I feel like you don't.
Oh,
Oh,
you
My
here?
bad. Yeah. Okay. You don't think there's any like? How about this? Do you attribute certain traits to people based on their gender?
certain traits, yes.
Okay, that's misogyny, my dude. Like, that's what that is.
Like, what traits? Can we get into the traits? What do you attribute, like, to women? Like, are they weak? Like, what are you saying? Are they like... What's your claim here? Hello? Rejoin. Alright.
All right. So I feel like men need to be protectors and providers, and women should love and nurture. But I'm not saying that there can't be a strong woman, there can't be a masculine woman, and there can't be a feminine man. I'm just saying that men should, in my personal experience, that I should be the provider and protector. My woman should be the nurturer and lover.
Yeah, that's misogyny, bro. You're saying shoulds. Shoulds. There's no should. I mean, you can say you have a preference for feminine women. You can say you'd want to date a feminine woman, but to like be like every women should act this way and men should act that way. That's sexism, bro. Like, that's what that is. That's like, I don't know how else to put it to you. That is sexism.
Okay. Sec.
Like, okay, how about this? Let's flip it, right? Let's flip it. Let's say whatever you think for women, somebody believed for men, right? And they said you should act this way. How would you feel about that?
Wait, could you repeat that?
let's say somebody said women should protect and provide and men should nurture and care. How would you feel about that?
Well, with my opinion now, I don't feel like, because, well, protect and provide, men are inherently physically stronger than women, so it should be the job of the male to protect.
What? Okay, how does this answer his question? He
That,
asked.
oh,
He right.
yeah. I honestly wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care because I have no control over their opinion or what they think. All right?
Okay.
I've gone over this multiple times. If it's not in my control and if I can't like control it with my mind, there is nothing that that matters to me. What matters to me personally is my work and finding an attracting a female. All right?
Okay. So basically, what you're saying is like, you can be a misogynist, and like if women don't like it, they can just ignore you.
Yes.
Oh, wow, bro.
So you are
Okay.
misogynist, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So you are a misogynist.
I didn't say I was. I never
Well,
said I
you-
am a misogynist. I never said
You
that.
think differently of men and women, do you not? You think men, you assign gender roles to people. That's misogyny. That's sexism. So you're a misogynist.
Hold on.
I mean, so long as you can admit it, bro. Like it's chill. Like you're all. I'm as much as for freedom of speech as you are. So
Yeah.
as long as you can admit it.
Um, I guess under the Google definition, I'm not. But under your opinion,
What is the Google one?
Yeah. What's the Google one? Read us the Google one.
hold on. Fuck. A person who dislikes, despises, or is strongly prejudiced against women.
Yeah, you're prejudiced against women. You think they shouldn't provide. You think they shouldn't provide. You think they should nurture and care for people.
I think that's. Yeah. Okay then. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I am a misogynist. Yeah.
Okay, but why though? Like why do you? Okay, so you a lot like Tate and Fresh and Fit and all these people, they say like women should be this way and men should be. What is this should? Where does this should come from?
Basic. I guess it ties back to basic primal instincts. It's not very modern progressive stuff. It's just tied all the way back to primal instinct.
So because like men are stronger, just like on average, they should protect and provide.
Yes.
But like you don't think that doesn't make any sense in modern society where like strength doesn't matter at all?
I might want to disagree with you with that strength doesn't matter at all.
Why do you think strength matters?
Let's say you get into a fight with someone and you get your ass beat. Well, I mean, that's one
Do you think
that's
that
one
most
example.
people get into fights?
No, I don't think that most people get into fights.
So it's
I
not
think that
applicable.
Do you think like guns exist? Do you think like pepper spray exists? Do you
Yeah,
think
I
like
know
tasers
these things.
exist?
I know these things exist, but
So
I believe that physical strength is still important if you don't have those things if you don't have those things with you. If you don't have a gun, if you don't have pepper spray, and you don't have a taser, you don't have a knife, then what are you going to use to defend yourself? And let's say, actually, no, it's a hypothetical. Never mind.
I want to know how this applies to. Yeah, I want you to tie this back to modern society because that's Arnie's question. How does this apply in modern society?
Because, well, have you seen? I know this is the UK, but still, have you seen what goes on in the UK? Every day there's probably there's a stabbing in the country. There's a stabbing there every day, and
is that true? Hold on. Keep talking. Keep talking.
it's pretty much every day, every other day, every day. There's a huge amount of stabbings. in the UK.
So, um,
And
Do you think?
let's
Do you
say
think?
let's say you don't have a knife or a car that you could hide yourself in and defend yourself and have like a physical barrier to defend yourself. You only have your hands and your body to defend yourself, which means you need some form of physical strength to be able to neutralize the threat
I
in
mean, you could
some way.
always just run, bro.
also, how does this mean that women should care and nurture and not provide? Where does that tie in? I think your mic died, bro.
Highest level since record since began.
Your
Okay,
mic
well,
died.
this is fucking like 2019. Hold on, past year. Peaked in 2021.
All right. Go ahead.
Shit, still not working.
Hello? Hello? August? Oh my god. Hello?
Yo, this shit working?
Yeah.
There it is.
There we go.
So if you can acknowledge that like there's ways to circumvent like physical strength, why do you still think it matters?
For those off chances that you cannot run, for those off chances that you have no choice but to defend yourself.
Okay, so because of 1% of one, or I guess like a very small percentage or a very small percentage of like situations, men should be providers and protectors.
They should be physically capable of defending themselves and defending the people around them. Yes.
Okay, how does that tie into gender roles? Okay, so
Like you can say like men should be how do you say? You can say men should be strong to defend themselves, like whatever, right? But why does this enforce like gender roles? I don't get it. Why shouldn't women be strong to fight?
hello?
Oh, no way, man. Oh my god.
Hello?
Yo.
Yo.
Okay, there it is.
All right. As I was saying. Oh wait, hold up. So how does this tie back into gender roles? Well, I believe that women, like I said, women should be protected and provided for, and they shouldn't have to worry about defending themselves if they have a strong man to defend them.
Women can't defend themselves.
I'm saying they shouldn't. I'm not saying they can't. They shouldn't.
Wait,
They should
why shouldn't they?
need to, because women are precious and they need to be. They should be taken care of. They should be provided for and nurtured and provided for and
Why
protected.
can't men be taken care of? Why can't they be provided for?
Because
Are they not as
because
valuable?
no, well, yes, because in today's society we aren't as valuable as women, and also because they bear children. They bear the next generation of people in this world.
Yeah, with the
So
fertilization of a sperm cell.
So you're saying men and women aren't equal?
yes,
That sounds like sexism, dude.
in physicality, no,
Physicality, they're not equal. I mean, I guess that's true.
it is
That is
true.
there's a degree of truth to that. But I don't get how any of this. I don't understand how any of this in your mind means that men should act a certain way and women should act a different way. Like, is there anything wrong with like flipping the roles? Like maybe like a woman who has a career and stuff, and like provides for the house, for the family, or whatever, and then a man who just like takes care of the kids, cleans, cooks, that kind of thing.
I'm not against that. No, I'm not. I'm not against that in any
Wait,
way.
so
That's what
so
you're saying,
dude,
though.
dude, like, what do you stand for then? Like, here's the thing. I feel like you keep like bouncing back and forth. You're like, I'm not against this, but I'm also gonna preach that this shouldn't happen. I don't like. What are you like standing on? What are you staying consistent on? I feel like you keep like conceding the point without conceding the point.
Hello, August.
No, I think he's thinking like, what the fuck? This shit has like happened like 8,000 times.
Hello. Your mic's not working. There you go. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yo, what's up? I hear you. Oh, maybe not.
If you want me to say that I'm a misogynist, then fine. I will say I'm a misogynist and I'm sexist. If that's what you want to hear. If that's what you want to hear.
I just want you to stay consistent on your opinion, bro. Like what you do is like, I'm not against this, but I'm also gonna say that this shouldn't happen and this should be this way. Like, you're not really standing for your opinion if you just keep saying that you're not against that or you're fine with this happening. Like, where is the consistency? You're not gonna get me to like concede that like women should act a certain way. You know what I mean? I'm staying on my shit.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to be like a dominant, like, you're sure of your opinion, you don't run.
Yeah, I know. I see what you mean, but
Like, you're kind of pushing out of arguments instead of holding your ground.
uh-huh.
I mean, for real though, like you have an opinion that like just sort of by virtue of what it is, like puts you at odds with like what people like me and such think,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yet you say it's fine, and then you just go back to your opinion. It's like, do you agree or do you not?
I guess I don't agree. It's just I don't like arguing with people. I find it kind of boring. Or not boring, I just don't like arguing.
So you're
Yeah,
running away. You're
you're
also
sort of like walking it back essentially, but you're just gonna keep thinking what you think.
you're being controlled by mortals essentially. You're hiding your opinion from us, even though you're supposed to be like this guy who's so high value. Like, why don't you say your opinion? I think your mic died.
He's did he head out? No shot. No oh, there he is. There he is.
All right, go ahead.
I guess, yeah, I do believe in gender roles. Very simple. I guess I do believe in that, and if you disagree with me, I genuinely don't
You,
care.
you don't think that's fucked up? You think it's fucked up to like preach people like act the way you want them to rather than the way that would make them like the most happiest?
Well, I said this also that I don't believe that. Of course, the end goal should be happiness, but the journey is never happy. You can, like, right now while I'm lifting weights, there's been several times where I didn't want to go. I didn't feel like going, and I, feel sad, feel lonely, feel backed into a corner, feel whatever I feel, and I still do it. I still And that's kind of what I mean by provide. We still do it. I still go to the gym even though nobody appreciates, very few people appreciate the thing that I have created, what I have done with my life, what I've done with my body. And I think that's just like the definite kind of what it means to be a man, because we are all only conditionally loved by our mothers and our fathers if we have them. But I don't find that we are we are, how would I say this? Um, we are loved under a certain condition, and love for some people, for me, I feel like love is happiness, and I cannot be loved and be happy until I have achieved a certain amount of things and accomplishments in my life before I can actually get to that end point of being happy. And like you said, it's okay. It's good to be happy, but I feel like you shouldn't always be happy. You shouldn't always be giddy to do things, because that's not what humans are. They're not happy to do everything that they want. They can. They're sometimes mad about it. They're sometimes sad. They're sometimes this, that. But the part of being a man is doing it anyways.
Okay. So you're saying that gender roles lead to happiness.
And some people, yes.
Okay, in some people, but not all people.
Yeah, not you guys.
So in some people, gender roles lead to happiness. Therefore, everyone should follow gender roles.
No. All right, hold up. Hold
I
on.
mean,
Let me think.
that's literally what you're
Let me think.
saying.
Hold up. Hold on.
Quite literally what he's saying, but
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that my content only reaches a certain amount of people. The people that don't want to see my content don't have to watch it. You guys don't have to watch my content.
Okay, yeah, but
you're preaching a narrative like as though this makes everybody happy when it really doesn't.
And it's also, I guess this brings me back to what I said earlier in this debate too, about how I make these videos to tell my younger self what he wants to do. My grandparents are a great example of a gender role family, and are happy. They are happy as they live. They're happy in the way that they're living.
so what you're saying is these shoulds that you're saying aren't actually shoulds. It's just, oh, this might work for some people, but not everyone should try to strive for this.
Yeah, I should say that in my videos, but I don't, because well, in hindsight, when I probably said that, I was being a bit more ignorant with what I was saying.
Okay, so you're saying that not everyone should. So it's not that the man should be a dominant man, and the woman should be like providing or whatever or nurturing. It's just that it might work for some people where the man provides and the woman is nurturing.
Yes.
So you agree with wokeism? Because that's
To
what they're saying too. They're saying do what makes you happy, not like follow this one set of rules.
hmm I guess I somewhat agree with it. I guess I agree with it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, another point he conceded. Okay, so you got a lot more though. Okay, here, quickly like lay out what's your in your view, what is like a happy and fulfilling life? What does that look like for you?
Happy life for me. First, I want to get out of the States. I want to become a millionaire.
Okay.
I want to have a good, loving family, happy life, happy wife, happy husband, happy kids, and just I want to be, I guess, I want to be a model. I don't want to be a model citizen, because a model citizen is not what is kind of different nowadays, at least. And I want to kind of be in a nuclear family.
Okay.
I want to have a nuclear family with a lot of money and generational wealth, so my kids don't have to suffer.
Okay, so you want a family, you want a lot of money, you don't want to live in the States.
Yes.
Okay, and then like what? Like that's it?
Well, of course, I want lots of stories to tell, interesting, fun stories to tell, but that does come with the journey to making money and the journey to going through life and having having all the things that you want. Oh, I also forgot to mention. Fuck, I want a good. I want to set like a good set of brothers and friends that I can trust that are like brothers to me. Because I don't have any brothers in my life. But if I had friends that were like brothers to me, I would be pretty happy at the end of my life. Forgot to mention that.
So wait, so like, what's your job in this scenario?
My job.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my job would be business owner. I would be a business owner.
Does that sound like fulfilling to you?
Yes, it does.
It does. I mean, okay. Okay. I mean, I just feel like what you like laid out as like a your definition of a happy life is like so void of passion. Like you don't sound like you're passionate about anything. You're like making money essentially is what you do with your life, and like okay. But anyways. Oh yeah, masturbation. So, if I could give you a study right now that shows that masturbation does not lower testosterone, would you concede that point?
Hello?
One or multiple.
Multiple.
All right, could I see them?
Sure. Boom. And boom. Two articles from health websites that say that masturbation has no impact on your testosterone. If anything, it like enhances it like 5 minutes after you ejaculate.
You still here?
He's looking at the.
We
I think
can't
he's
hear.
looking at those studies.
Okay.
From my opinion,
What?
I don't think I'm. I think I could. I'm keeping my same opinion.
Even though there's like empirical evidence that's against what you think.
Yes.
You see nothing wrong with that. You see absolutely nothing wrong with like studies proving that you are wrong and you're just still believing.
Or is it that you believe it for other reasons?
I believe it for other reasons.
Okay. That's fair.
That like religion or
I guess religion.
okay.
Well, you talked about the dopamine receptors, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a valid point.
Well, no, I just said like I just wanted you to concede the point that masturbation does not lower your testosterone because I mean it doesn't. It just literally doesn't.
Well, the study where I read the study, it said that it increased it. I believe it said that increased estrogen production, Or I think it said that. Let me head to that part again. Let me reread it. Yeah, it said that it showed a frequent masturbation increased estrogen receptor density.
It's not the same as decreasing testosterone, though.
But increasing estrogen, which is the female hormone compared to the male hormone, inherently will slowly start to make someone a bit lower their testosterone because they're producing more estrogen.
It's just not true, bro.
I
It's not
don't
true.
know. Okay.
You don't know?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, at least we know now when you make your videos saying that, you know, like masturbation is bad because it lowers your testosterone, that you are very well aware that empirical evidence says the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got here? Oh yeah, conspiracies. You seem to be a bit of a conspiracy nut. Like, what are some conspiracies you think are true?
I kind of think the election was rigged, honestly.
Oh boy. Let's fucking go, dude. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, of course, and the media is also a second thing is that the media does not. Well, I think this has been kind of proven that the media is kind of like, I guess they don't say the right things. They kind of give us the opinions, and then they don't. They make us formulate. They make us have to search for the facts. But
Are you saying that they lied in these articles?
I feel like they did lie
Okay,
about certain things in these articles.
okay. So you're saying they lied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm on the argument.
All right.
So do you think like the votes were counted incorrectly, or
No, I don't think the votes were counted incorrectly. I just think that it's kind of rigged on how the hell do we have Joe Biden, who shakes hands with ghosts, is scared of his shadow, says the America can be described in one word, like the foothills of the Himalayas or something. Like, how did we get him into office?
so okay, I'll explain to you why. Okay, um so when during like the primaries for like the Democratic, like before they chose the main Republican and the main Democrat, right? You had like what, like seven different candidates. You had like Bernie, you had Pete Buttigieg, you had Amy Klobuchar, you had forget who was like the woman person of color, but there was like Bernie and then there was Joe Biden, right? So you have all these people, right? And then as the race went on, it slowly and slowly became Bernie versus Biden because nobody gives a fuck about anyone else there, right?
Yeah.
And so the establishment decides to make everybody but Bernie, like make everybody drop out, right? Like Amy Klobuchar dropped out, Pete Buttigieg dropped out, Mike Bloomberg dropped out, even I think, and all these people they endorsed Biden, right? So the race became from like seven split across seven different candidates. It became Biden versus Bernie, right? So you have all these candidates. They all endorse Biden, right? And then like people like there's so much propaganda about like Bernie and how much of a radical he is, and I feel like that in conjunction with all the endorsements led to Biden becoming like the candidate that would become who would go up against Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I think just like nobody likes Trump, bro. Like okay, like you got like people in Texas and people in Kentucky and shit like that, but like the majority of people, I think Biden won by like 50 million votes or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's not really like it's. I would sort of agree with you if he won the primary among like the seven candidates, but like him sort of getting the like before the main election sort of handed to him by all the endorsements and shit like that. I feel like there's like really no case that it was rigged at all.
Mm-hmm. But
But do you
hold
do you
up.
think like
Wait,
do you think
would you have wanted Trump to win?
Yes.
Like, do you think like Trump looks better?
On paper and in what he did, yes. And I don't want you to say anything about that because I should have respect for my own opinion. But yeah, I think Trump, I feel like, would have done better.
You don't want me to disagree with you
You
at
You
don't,
all?
can disagree with me, but you shouldn't like say, "Oh, you're retarded" or some shit
but then
like
you're
that.
denying his free speech.
Can I say that you have a retarded take? Is that okay? Is that not okay?
I could say. Yeah, I could say that. You
Okay.
could say that.
What are some things that Trump did that you liked?
Well, the economy. First off, the economy was way better. Right now, we're at all-time low inflation. Our like the world is going to
Did you
shit
mean
right now.
all-time high
Basically,
inflation?
all-time high inflation. Gas is $6. We stopped producing oil. I believe. No, we stopped producing some natural gases. I believe, and
Um,
and in addition to that, the how how the country is being run, it doesn't seem like Biden is the president. It doesn't seem like he's the president because all these rules, all these laws are getting instated and repeatedly placed, and it doesn't feel like he's responsible for it. I feel like there's someone above him telling him what to do.
it's like it's almost like the majority is overruling the one guy, right? The one guy doesn't
Uh,
have any power. Everyone else does.
no, I feel like there's people above him that have the power.
Like who?
Like I don't know,
Are
Men in
you
Dark,
implying?
BlackRock, or hold up, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock. They have huge monopolies over the U.S. Like BlackRock initiated the ESG rating, which is basically how PC can you be so you can support or so your stocks don't crash. And it's a lot. I feel like we live in a bureaucracy right now, basically.
Oh,
I mean, we do, but okay. I think what did he? What did he? Oh, right. So you say like the economy was a lot better under Trump. Like, do you not realize that like COVID had a lot to do with that? And if anything, his treatment, like his COVID-19 response, only made like the economic crash so much worse.
I could see that. Yes, I could. Yes.
Like health experts in the cabinet were telling Trump for like I think several months that like COVID wasn't a joke. Like it was really gonna hit like the entire world hard, and he like allocated nothing to like researching that or even like policies to like circumvent like infection rates or anything like that.
or even educating people.
Yeah. So
That seems like
Yeah.
propaganda to me, denying that.
like you're like the economy was so much better under Trump, and now that we have Biden in, it's so much worse. That's such a disingenuous argument because there was no pandemic during Trump's run. Dude, I mean, like this is like it's so frustrating because this dude is like not educated on this stuff. It's not even like you just disagree with me. It's that you just don't know what you're talking about.
You're just letting someone control you. Also, I think your mic's muted again.
Is it?
Oh no, no.
Oh, no, he's good. He's good. Like I really think you don't know what you're talking about. And here's the thing. It's okay to not know what you're talking about, all right? There's so much shit in life that I just know nothing about. But at the same time, I don't go around telling people my opinion on it and telling them that they should listen to me. You see what I mean? Like you like act like you're this figurehead where you can tell people these things and that they should listen to you, but based on what? Like you don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And can I ask where you like? Did you come to this conclusion by yourself, or did you hear it somewhere?
I came to this conclusion over time,
How did you
just through just hearing from hearing the news, hearing what people are saying, I just hear so many things from different people from different places, that it led me to eventually believe that this is true.
Okay, so like, but you realize that like you're speaking on things when you don't really know what you're talking about. Like, do you see how like that's a problem? Do you see like how you should try to sort of avoid giving an opinion on something you don't really know about?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. The eighth thing he conceded. Okay. Um, what do you think makes someone high value in your opinion?
High value. There's a lot of things that go into high value. Sexual market value is one thing, which is um, money, game, looks, and I forgot what the last thing was. Fuck. Um, and another thing that I see is another example of high value is you have a strong brotherhood. You have a like really tight brotherhood with friends. You have a good social life. You are always striving to complete your goals, and you're always striving to be more disciplined, to become better and be more, I guess, not intelligent, but more knowledgeable.
Okay. So it's like how attractive you are, money, and then like your mindset, like being like wanting to be educated and stuff.
Wanting to be better than you are currently right now at your current position. And in addition to that, having a network, a good group of friends and brothers.
Okay. Okay. I don't think there's much to like dissect there. I mean, I would say that like I think somebody should be passionate about something in life. You know, like me, like I love music, that kind of thing. I think that makes somebody like really high value, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
I
I don't
think
disagree
that's
with
what he meant
having.
when he said when improving yourself, kind of like having a passion to get better at. I think that's
Yeah,
part of what he was saying.
but not making that your entire life. Like having that thing on the side so you don't ever get bored of it. Having something like that you can do all the time so you never get bored.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, you said that there's some things you don't agree with Andrew Tate on. What are those things?
Oh, here, I'll be right
Um
back. You guys can keep going.
all
Yeah.
right. I guess one thing I do disagree with Andrew Tate for is that the let me think because there's a lot of things that he said that his opinions have changed and certain things that have happened over time that have changed my opinions about it. But I don't really I guess how he how he I guess approaches everything, how his delivery is about everything. That's kind of something I don't genuinely agree with about him. He does that exact thing. He has people like on their toes and tells them that um like he does tell people about like all the things that he's done and all the things that or the main thing I don't like is his delivery. His delivery is very it's kind of almost attacking almost. It's like he's attacking people and it's kind of like how I am right now and I'm trying to work on that just to be like educate people on how to become better. But right now the thing I don't like is how he approaches everything and is like almost like in this debate it's almost like a direct attack to try and get like a reaction out of someone.
Okay, so it's not anything he says, it's just like the way he goes about it.
Yeah, the way he goes about certain things.
Okay. Um so like when he says like he thinks like women are worse drivers than men, do you agree with that too or
That's well, I cannot agree nor disagree with that. That is his opinion. I have a different opinion in that my mom is a really good driver, so I would say I disagree with that opinion. Yeah, I would disagree with that.
Okay. Do you think Hustlers University is like a pyramid scheme or no?
The affiliate marketing thing was a genius move on his part because that's what sent him into complete and utter fame. That's what made him famous. The affiliate marketing program. Everyone couldn't scroll for like 5 Instagram reels or TikToks without seeing his face and seeing something he's saying. So he did a crazy good job there. And from what I've seen of people coming out making a ton of money and making money from it, making more than they invested, I would consider it maybe a genius marketing tactic, but I wouldn't consider it a maybe MRM or MRS or marketing
You mean
scheme.
MLM?
MLM, yeah, MLM.
I mean, like, but he has people like through affiliate codes and like promoting him, they make money, right? Like,
Yeah,
there's a like he teaches them like basic like business and shit, and then he like tells them to get other people onto Hustlers University, and then
yeah,
they'll get an affiliate code, right? Like, how
yeah.
is that not a multi-level marketing scheme? How is it not ultimately all just to like endorse him and like make him higher?
Um, I could see that. I could see that it can be considered a marketing scheme. Um, because he's getting paid the most out of everyone. But an affiliate link is still where you get a commission for the amount of people that you bring onto the program. So in the end, the people with it that is actually describing an MLM.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Oh. Hold on. Let me see here because I kind of like I didn't go like straight in order. I sort of like picked around. Let me see if we have anything left.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, okay. So here, I wanna know like what are some opinions you think a lot of people have that you disagree with?
I'm back.
Can you leave and rejoin? I don't. I think you're muted. Like your mic's not working.
I'm back. Can I get an update?
We were just talking about Tate, like what he doesn't agree with Tate.
And does he not agree with everything?
He says he doesn't like the way he's like the way he goes about saying his stuff. So like when he's like I don't know like yeah I don't know just like his delivery on shit. I guess he doesn't agree with. I guess like when he's like very critical of people who are like who he considers like low value, whatever the fuck. And he also disagrees that women aren't worse drivers. So there's that.
August, you need to leave and rejoin. Oh my god.
I feel like his phone died. Be funny.
This has gone on for 2 hours, bro. Damn.
Here, I think we're about to.
How many topics have we gone through? Or how many are
Quite
left?
I don't know. A few that are like boring, but I think this one. I think we need to.
Yeah, that we can close it out on this one.
Yeah.
We're gonna be finishing up soon, people. Assuming he joins back and we didn't finish already. I can't wait to send this to Charlotte.
Him just like conceding everything.
Yeah, she's gonna love it.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, he's back.
No, that's me.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously that's you, Logan. Okay. What's up,
My
August?
my bad.
Okay. So, what are like what are some opinions that you think most people or like a lot of people have? Like, let's make it local. What are some opinions you think a lot of people from Marshall have that you think is like stupid that you don't agree with?
Um, I don't really talk. I don't really talk to many people about their opinions at Marshall, because I don't deem that necessary to become friends with people. Or, well, let me hold up, because things I don't disagree with people at Marshall is that I never really talk to people about their opinions about
Hold on,
certain
hold on,
things.
hold on, hold on. So like whatever, not Marshall, like the internet, right? Like people on Twitter and shit, whatever, like the social media. What do you think are some really popular opinions that you don't agree with at all that you think are stupid?
College is the way to get rich.
Okay.
Um, I just talked about this before I realized my Wi-Fi went out, and fuck. College is one of the things is college is the way to get rich. It's been proven that a lot of the times it isn't. But I forgot the other opinion I said. Fuck. Um, I guess people don't agree with the fact that you, as a guy, you need to be physically capable. They don't. A lot of people don't agree with the fact that you should protect and provide for the woman that you love. I think that people don't like the idea that you should spend your 20s and teenage life working instead of partying and having fun,
Oh,
like all the time.
just recap on the when you said that when you're talking about the gender roles, you're saying
Yeah,
people don't agree that to be misogynistic because that's what we agreed on, right?
I guess. Yeah, I guess.
So
Yeah, in
not
your
all
words,
people are
yeah. In your words,
misogynistic.
yes. In your
What?
words,
How
yes.
would you put
In
it
his
in your
in
words?
his words
We
that
agreed on
you
this
agree
before.
with.
Yeah, that you
Uh,
agreed with before.
I get. Yeah, sure. I can agree with that right now.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Keep going.
Um,
You said
Another thing is that you have to have a winner's mindset to be able to win. You have to like have an as a guy you have to have an unmatched willingness to win.
not women though. They don't need that.
Women do need that. Yes, I would say they do need that. They should have the wanting to win. They should be able to be disciplined, and I guess people should. I feel like people disagree with me on the fact that you shouldn't seek comfort. You should only be comfortable when you know that there's nothing left in life to do. And, well, there's still a lot of things that I have to do in life, so I cannot remain comfortable.
Okay. Do you want to go on the last point, Arnie, as we close out? Because this has been a long
Um.
talk.
Um.
Anything else before that?
Well, yeah. Well, one more question. Like, so, like all these opinions you have, like how you're like ultra self improvement, and like, or I guess more specifically, like the gender stuff, like how you think men should take this role, women should like. How does that help you at all?
How does that help me?
What does that do for you, like to be misogynistic in this way? How does it help like your life whatsoever?
It gives me a goal to be something that my future wife would want me to be. My future wife would want me to provide for her. She would want me to be strong so I could protect her and have ways of defending her while she can save her life. And yeah, that's the main thing.
So it's worth it because someone else values it.
Yeah, somebody else will value it later on in life.
So you think because well that's just like wow man, like you can't just like live your life the way you want to, like you need to do it because like it's like your destiny to do it or something.
It's not because I'm destined to do it. It's because I actually, yeah, I guess it's because God told me. I guess yeah, God said that I should do it
So
and
it's
I
just
should
like
try
just
to
for
help people.
religion just fulfills you basically, like religion is like what fulfills you in life.
I guess, yeah. It could.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it does.
Okay. That's valid. Okay. So I think we're pretty much done now. Just like one more thing. Like in one of your videos, you said like a lot of like unattractive women say that you're gay, right?
Mhm.
And you're like only them though, only them, only unattractive women say that you're just gay.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's not true.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Thank you for insulting me.
look. Okay,
Thank you for insulting me.
there's
See ya.
nothing wrong. There's
Oh, he's
nothing
running. He's
wrong.
running. He's
There's
not.
there's no
If you
there's
leave
nothing
right now,
wrong.
bro.
There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself the way you want to. Okay, like gay. Look, listen. Gay isn't even an insult, bruh. That shit ain't even an insult. Like, I feel like to take it as an insult is to like be like low key homophobic, bruh. But like you know those pictures where like you take oh shit did he leave? Oh no he's not okay. Those pictures where like you got the shades, the long hair, and like the polos and stuff. You're looking good, bro. You're looking like I don't know like I like that look.
Uh huh.
Arnie.
Okay.
Arnie. Oh no! Did Arnie die? Hold on. Give him a sec.
Oh, sorry. I'm back. Fucking internet went out for like a second. Okay, so like I feel like you go away from like that look because you have a bit of insecurity about your masculinity. And I don't like, man, that's such a L because like you look great, bro. You know what I mean? And it's I hate to be a dick or whatever because you're gonna take it as an insult when it's really not. But like that fruity look is I don't know, like you can rock that pretty well. And if that makes you happy, I feel like you shouldn't deny that to yourself, basically. You know what I mean? I think his mic cut out. But yeah, like bro, like when people say you're gay, like not to say you are, I think it's like, I don't know. I feel like I get it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I get it. All right. And I'm also saying that it's not a bad thing. I'm saying that you like the shades look with the shirt. I'm rocking with it. That's what I support you. I support you, August. Yeah, I think his mic is just dead.
I mean, that's pretty much all.
I mean, like, do you want to respond to that, August? You can leave and rejoin. You can respond to like the you're gay comments and shit like that.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo.
About the comments, I guess I'm starting to not care about them. I just don't care.
Yeah, but like like that look you used to have, right? Like where you got like the somewhat long hair
I
and you
think
got
you
like
got the
the
point, Arnie.
Yeah, I got the point. The mop head. Yeah, I didn't like it. I genuinely didn't like it.
but you didn't like it for yourself though.
Yeah, I felt myself, but I didn't. And then after a while, I realized that
No.
it
I'm
wasn't.
saying like people you're not like not doing that because you feel like people are making fun of you for it. You're doing it because you yourself don't like it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like the look
Okay.
anymore.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying like you ever want to go back to that, man? Like I support you. I'm right there, bro. I'll give you a high five.
Okay.
All right. I think that concludes it.
Yeah.
So, any parting words? I think those went pretty well. No one really got heated, which I'm glad. Um, yeah.
The one thing is like bro, I was like somebody who like preaches masculinity so much. You were awfully passive in the conversation, bro. Like you didn't. It's not to say like you have to like get mad or swear or nothing like that if you don't want to. Like that's just your style. But like you stood by like none of your opinions, dog.
Uh huh.
you would say like, I get what you're saying and all this, like trying to bridge the gap, but then you wouldn't agree with me. You're just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just like filler words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I guess that's something. I guess that's something I have to work on then, and I'll just keep on going up and going up until I actually become what I want to be.
yeah, be someone who like stands by their opinions. You know what I mean? Because like you didn't get me to concede shit. You know
But
what
I
I mean?
hope you can realize that if these opinions, you're seeing the logic in what we're saying, maybe your opinions aren't right. You know, maybe you don't actually agree with your opinions and it's someone else brainwashing you. Cause
Yeah, I mean, you
some of
preach a
us-
lot about like not being a sheep, thinking for yourself.
like
Like
blind follow Hamza.
when you listen to what we say and you think there's some validity to it, and yet you don't acknowledge it in a way that's being a sheep. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not listening to logic. If it makes sense to you but you still don't believe it, you're being a sheep to someone else.
Well,
Because none of us want to be sheep either. You gotta remember that. No one wants to be sheep. But, okay. I think that's it.
yeah.
Alright, well, you can hang around if you want. We're gonna go back to the normal.
See you guys.
Peace.
I gotta get back to working out.
Yeah.
See you.
Wow. I did. I thought that would go better.
Dude, that was so funny. I couldn't stop laughing.
Ethan, when you said, well, it sounds kind of like